Are you ready?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Oh my God.
That was very simple.
I have a full-time job.
We're already recording. I still think that we need new music. That's my aspiration. Maybe some Goose music.
Oh my gosh. We should open it up with some Goose music.
I have asked Christian numerous times for new music every single time.
I'll help out there.
There we go.
Don't you worry.
The valiant steed over here. What's up, everybody? Baltimorons coming to you. We have a whole bunch of people new to the podcast today. First, Mykala.
Hi.
Love that you're on.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah,
Tell
right?
us more.
Gosh, no, that's the way.
Tell us more.
I joined about like a month ago.
Yeah?
But I've been a realtor for about 2 years.
Okay.
I was a solo agent at Keller Williams. I was
And
a
then?
solo agent at Keller Williams, and then I kind of slowly transferred over here into the new year.
Okay, so you're on the Frank Oliver team. Okay, good stuff.
And Steph.
Hello.
Hello. Steph, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm Steph. I am with Chalet Settlements, but that's not what we're here to talk about today.
But we are curious.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
What is? Tell us more about.
Yeah, so I am a marketing and business development rep at Chalet Settlements. We are based out of Rockville and Frederick, but we have offices all over the place.
Steph, it's your first day, but I'm going to need you to love the microphone.
Yeah,
Like, get in
realizing
it.
That. Yeah.
No, you're good. Just like
There
right
you
there.
go.
There it is.
Love it.
I just want it up close and personal.
Love it. One of the things that I love about Steph is that she's coming from a totally different perspective. Not like the real estate world. She comes from a world of just like mindfulness and betterness, and always brings the idea of how she can bring her own impact to what she does every day.
I appreciate that.
And then the blog this week was about wellness and mental health. So
Yeah, I've been on a journey.
on a journey.
It has been. It's been a long time.
What share? Well, don't share if you're not comfortable.
No, I'm always comfortable to share. I got put on antidepressants by my doctor when I was 16.
Yoicks.
Yeah, right?
They were quick.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It wasn't even my psychiatrist that put me on them either. It was just my general doctor. And when I was 26, 10 years later, I took myself off because I decided I wanted to experience life for what it is. And it's taken a lot of work to feel good. When you're medicated that young, it kind of changes your brain chemistry a bit.
Yeah.
So trying to be a real adult in real life without medicine has been like the craziest challenge for the last 2 years.
It's crazy.
And it's been awesome. I'm like
I
so
love
happy.
that.
I've never been happier.
So
in
it's
my
been
life.
2 years since.
It's been about a year and like 8 months.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
love.
So
love,
it's been the
love.
best thing ever, and I'm so happy. But it took a long time. It took like close to a year to like really even out.
I love that. I love that for you.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I don't identify in that way because I've never gone through it.
Right.
But for me, the idea of just like reading your body and listening to your body when
Absolutely.
it tells you to recharge, when it tells you to rest, when it tells you to do something, whether it's like eat chocolate or have fun or go work out, like your body talks to you. And so sometimes I think, being free of all kinds of substance.
Well,
is a
I
good
feel
thing.
like a lot of people don't listen to their body. And they
agree with
don't,
that.
yeah, like especially people who are really into like exercise culture. Like a lot of times people don't take the signal from your body, like, hey, maybe like slow down, like take an extra rest day, like, because when you overwork your body, your mental health can't recover from that.
Yeah, I think
Quickly.
we as a culture don't put enough emphasis on prioritizing, like, I'm going to say we time, not me time, but like prioritizing time for ourselves. So I can only say for my relationship with my wife, I'm constantly like, hey, babe, I want you to, whether it's going to get her nails done, which like, of course, razzing on her for like spending money to get her nails done is like a thing. I get it. But at the same time, I value that when she does, it's relaxing, it's fulfilling, it makes her feel better, it makes her feel more empowered. And I only align it to the way that it makes me feel when I get my haircut, when I get, a spa day or whatever. I understand. And so I think more people need to focus on time, like self.
And I would say like just piggybacking off of that, like the mind-body connection, I did not have the same experience, but I was also put on medication at a young age and turned to alcohol and, not prescribed drugs to help cope with that, trauma and that pain. And so going off of that, eliminating alcohol for me and eliminating that piece of it has created better relationships.
I agree.
Better mindset, clarity. So
yeah, well, I stopped drinking too.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I have maybe a few drinks a year.
Sure.
At this
Good
point.
for you.
But it helps. My partner doesn't drink.
That's great.
So we just,
Well, I think it also comes down to like what you choose, right? Your habits, your choices. And so I've been friends with Sam for a long time, and I know that something that you do a lot of workout and a lot of yoga and a lot of like wellness and mindfulness, and that's something that's kept you through this. I mean, it's been almost 3 years.
Yeah, it's been.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been about exactly 1,011 days, and yeah, exactly. But supplementing the times that I spent at the bars.
Yeah.
And not just that, but being able to go on hikes. I actually spent the last weekend with I'll give her a shout out, Sydney from Solar Flows. She does retreats all over Maryland, and we went out to Lancaster, Pennsylvania this weekend.
That's where you were.
I was.
I was like, where is this?
I know.
It did look like a lot of fun.
It was, and it was a women's retreat, so it was all women that we came together, and we just looked back on 2024, which we all had some years, then like where we can be in 2025. And so I think, setting that up and what do you do fitness wise in Baltimore? Like, what do you do for that piece?
So I primarily weightlift.
Okay.
I go to Rosedale. We go to Exile Fitness, both of us.
Yeah.
Up on Pulaski Highway. So it's cool for us to also, we do business together, but we
Sure.
also hang out at the gym and different things in common. So I do that, and once in a while I'll go see the Sedona House for restorative yoga. They have a location down in Fells Point and one up in, I don't know where in Hampden, somewhere up here.
Do you know much about the Sedona House? Because
I
I'm
do.
Okay, can you tell me more? Because I'm intrigued by
it is a really awesome space in there. I believe the founder's name is Amanda, if I'm wrong. So sorry. Yeah, we'll edit that out. I've been there probably 7 or 8 times now, and I do their nerve reset, 90-minute reset with Kelsey.
Oh, is it yoga or
is it? It's like a restorative yoga, so it's not as much movement as it is much meditation, and it's a sound bath too.
Love a sound bath.
Yeah, those women are really dedicated to bringing really good mind-body healing into the Baltimore area. They have 2 locations now. One of them's right down on the water in Fells Point, where I think the dog grooming place used to be.
Did you find it, Mike?
Yep.
I think I know
both of
what
them.
you're talking about.
What are the addresses? For
The one is at 911 South Ann, which used to be a dog.
Happy Dog, I think.
Happy Dog or something, yeah.
Rest in peace.
And then there's one in Woodbury, actually, if you go right past TV Hill and you go down to Druid Park. It's right at the corner of kind of like Druid Park and kind of the entrance into Baltimore City. I don't know
right here.
another way to say it. Yeah, it's
right
very,
here.
very close.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that Hampden. It's more like Woodbury on the other side of the train station, on the other side of 83, but still, it's convenient. I mean, how easy is it to get from here downtown? It's such a drivable city, and that's what I love. The ability to just go from place to place and do different things. I enjoy cycling, so I enjoy going to cycle with Jackie, actually. I haven't done it in a long time.
Where does she teach? Is it Rev?
Rev, yeah.
So Rev is, okay, so I'll throw out a few cycle studios because just personally we're talking about, fitness, health.
Yeah.
So Rev Cycle's fantastic. There's also Tribe Cycle. And then my personal favorite, shout out Kelly Berger, is Resistance Cycle in Harbor Point. I mean,
that's the one I was thinking of.
It's just, I try to go daily. I mean, I definitely don't go daily, but it's nice because when the lights are off and someone's screaming at you to do the work, you're going to do the work.
I, of course, pick the worst days in the world to go cycling. So last time I went with Jackie, it was a long time ago. It's probably 9 months ago at this point, but I went and it was the day after something and she overslept. So then I'm there by myself. I'm like, well,
Right.
I'm not going to not go, you know? And I get in there and I get with, you know, there's some girl to my left and some girl to my right. And like, we're in the dark and they're like, oh, you're new. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And they go, oh, picked the wrong morning. Like the instructor was like, holy shit, something you would see on Peloton. Like she was fierce. It was really fun, but at the same time, like I could not keep up. Like they're just.
Did you go back?
I mean, I've been back.
Okay, good. We wanted to make sure you weren't scared. Sometimes when
No.
they say that, like, you don't come back.
Yeah, it's a lot. And even now, working out just up the street at Brick Bodies, like every day I go in for 5 or 10 minutes just to cycle by myself. Right. Not on a machine, not on like the aerobic equipment, in the cycle studio by myself. Yeah. And I just set a timer and I just do what I can.
Yeah.
Like push through, and I always like get close to the end. I'm like, oh shit. And then I push to get to the end. Cause I always find like the hardest moment is in the middle.
Right.
When I'm like not motivated anymore, I don't want to do it. I'm not, you know, feeling good about it. The beginning, I'm motivated. The end, I'm like, okay, just 30 more seconds, 45 more seconds. Yeah. Let's turn up the pressure.
It's
and
like 30 seconds, 10 more times.
Yeah.
You're like counting down.
Yeah. But also, I mean, there's yoga, there's personal fitness, personal wellness.
Yeah.
Acupuncture is something that my wife and I have started lately, and it's interesting, and I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you.
I love it.
Me too.
I've never gotten it done.
It scares me.
Yeah, that terrifies me.
Every single time I'm like, oh my gosh. But
Where do you go?
Oh, I've just gone at like wellness events.
Okay.
I freelance with a CBD company.
Like one-off opportunities.
Yeah, like one-off opportunities.
Something that I learned, big shout out to everyone, almost every single insurance policy covers acupuncture.
Ooh.
Really?
Almost every single one. Even if it's only like 6 or 10 times a year,
Right.
almost every insurance policy, and there might be like a small copay, $20, $25, whatever. But it was one of the motivating things for me because I've done other sorts of dry needling and sports medicine.
Yeah.
But acupuncture is more of like a wellness plan.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, it's free with my insurance. Let's sign up. Right. So I just recently started going to someone. She's right up the road.
You know.
Jen Cook is her name.
Okay.
She's literally, you know where Coppermine Fitness is?
Yes.
It's right before you get to Coppermine.
Okay. Which copper mine? Because there's
the climbing gym.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I feel like that was
Ziggy.
okay.
I'm
So
taking Ziggy personally.
that was bizarre of
This
Mike.
is my-
We're not sure.
Segue into that.
That was a segue because I forgot
I've
my
been
topics. I'm
possessed
scared.
this week. I got bit by a cat.
Yeah, I have a few questions about that, but this is this little character here that we have some product placement on the table. Yes, beautiful. It's one of our clients at Crossroads. I'm going to give it back.
So cute.
So Crossroads is the consulting and growth agency I work at, and we have various clients, mostly in the direct-to-consumer space, and one of them is Burkowski Bears. Mike is fascinated with the fact that you can dress him up.
Well, I really loved him from the minute that I saw him, but then I didn't realize that like his hood came off, and now this whole onesie comes off. So he's just a little
Super cute.
Effectively, he's a Beanie Baby that you can dress.
Yeah, so Mike's fascinated with the dressing of a bear, but there's other ones that you can go send to people. It's kind of like send your friend, and aren't they really soft?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, super soft.
So that
Love
was
him.
that segue. But going back to acupuncture real quick, because Mike's comment, I've done it a few times, and when I went inpatient to Ashley, one of the Ashley addiction for alcohol.
Yep.
They do acupuncture, and so I did it a few times there, and it was really interesting how I think I did it 3 times. Then I started to feel the effects, the relief, the points in your body. I did some stuff in my I did some points in my stomach. I think I did one in my leg.
Mine were in my ears.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
It was so scary.
That terrifies me.
Yeah, it was in my ears and on my
But
head.
apparently it really, truly, and
Yeah.
I'm not
I felt it.
You
No.
feel the relief and depending on what you're
No, I believe it.
Absolutely.
So
For me personally, I'm not sure that I'm there yet. Maybe I just haven't gotten there.
Zen.
For me, the
gotta
hardest
commit.
part is like the me time.
Well, yeah, you gotta
And
commit.
being
Right.
on a table with someone that's like literally taking away your ability to do anything.
Right.
They're like, don't move, you have needles in you. I'm like terrified, right? I don't want to
Right.
move. I know you can
Right.
move, but just not having my phone, not being available, taking time for myself
Yeah.
just to say like,
Yeah, but
hey,
you need that.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's
Everybody
what I
needs
really
that.
enjoy. What I really
Yeah.
enjoy is taking that minute where I'm like, nope, screw you guys. Because especially in our industry, we get calls 24/7.
Oh, 24/7.
So-
I answer emails at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and I don't mind that.
And neither do I, but
I
it's
just
like
think
hard
that we need to take time for ourselves too, right? So
Yeah.
there needs to be a push and a pull, and that's something that I'm
I think
focusing
that-
on heavy this year.
I think that has to, like, any sales industry where you're client facing and going to in-person meetings and have to kind of be socially on. I think it's really important to take the personal responsibility to shut off sometimes. And you have to set that time aside, because if you...
It's really hard to find that time.
Oh, it's so hard, because like even when I'm at the gym, I'm like answering my phone if someone calls me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's because that's what you have to do in this business. Like, timeliness is one of the biggest things here.
How do you guys, like, I have trouble with that, Mike. Well, I can't even tell you how I
put my phone in
how do
another
you, yeah,
room.
tell me more about how you disconnect. Like, how do you do it?
My boyfriend and I will leave our phones at home and go on a walk. We live next to Patterson Park.
Mm-hmm.
We will go on like a 30-minute walk with like no phones, just our Apple Watches to like tell the time. And we just like go, and sometimes we don't even talk. It's so nice.
That is
Yeah.
nice. What about you?
Relaxing.
Do you do anything to just decompress or just like
I mean,
disconnect from the world?
kind of like turn my phone off. I feel like it's like 8:39. Like
Okay. I
I
feel
will,
like that's real
will
for
not
you.
answer you.
That's
I feel like
Yikes.
that's real. Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
I mean,
If you
I'm
can-
about
if you
it.
have the self-control to do
Yeah.
that. I
Well,
mean,
so I'll still like scroll on like Instagram and things like that. But as far as like answering clients and stuff, that's when I stop.
Sure.
I will stop at 8:30 or 9.
I think everyone needs to have boundaries,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially in this kind of line of work where you want to be the quickest to respond and the most efficient.
Yeah.
And you want to
Yeah.
be the most productive all the time, but you still have to like shut off, because you will burn out.
Yeah.
And then you can't help anybody.
My
Anything.
my biggest problem is actually not like shutting off. It's not finding time. It's not prioritizing. My biggest problem is that when nothing else is happening, something's happening, right? Like when
Wow,
nothing
yeah.
else is happening, I'm thinking 15 different things.
Me too.
Yeah.
When I go on conferences and retreats and whatever, I'm on an airplane effectively with nothing else going on for 2 or 7 or 12 hours. And then I go
You
to a
don't buy the
hotel.
Wi-Fi?
Well, that's a different argument, right?
Okay, well, I buy it every single time.
Well, like free Wi-Fi, so like move up in the world. But the challenge is not like putting something on. The challenge is with no one else around me and putting headphones on and being in my zone. So usually like I don't have noise canceling headphones. I just put in my AirPods and I put on my hoodie up and I'm just in my zone. I literally have a preferred seat on the plane because of the amount of table space I get. And I set up my computer, my iPad, my phone, like I'm all set up. I'm working.
Right.
The problem is that if I don't have something going on in the background, whether it's music or a movie or whatever, and it has to be something that I know. It can't be like a new movie. It has to be something that I already know what's going on, like Harry Potter series, Fast and Furious, whatever series, like something that I know so that I can just allow myself to be in the moment. Otherwise, if I'm driving in the car with no music on, with no calls coming in, with no calls going out, my brain is like, okay, so when I get home and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do this. And then I also need to ask for that. And then did I talk about this? And did I ask for this person for that? Whereas if I have this like nonsensical thing going on in the background, I can allow myself to just be like, oh, okay, cool. And allow myself to be in that moment. That is my problem.
Yeah.
Is like I'm constantly in the car driving, making phone calls.
Have you ever heard of brown noise?
Yeah, but I hate
Tell
Have you
it.
tried that?
What about
brown noise?
So it's like white noise, but it's a little less.
I'm gonna
chaotic,
be mad
I
that
guess.
you just said that. To be honest,
And
with you.
I like it. It kind of quiets your mind. Like it gives you
Brown
something to
noise.
focus on
I think-
rather than
Another sound from
thinking
Mike.
of your
It's awful.
thoughts.
I don't think it's awful, but
I kind of like
awful.
it. I mean, it's not. I don't do it.
I think there's
but
different. I mean, I think it's interesting that you have like shows in the background or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people will do that.
I mean, this
It's a little
is
more
nice.
relaxing.
Okay. Binaural beats.
What? Okay, enough.
Have
enough
you
of that.
guys heard of that?
Let's cut that off.
Binaural beats.
See, this is what I'm saying. No, I have not.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
I'll
what
say-
is it?
It's called binaural beats, like BINAUR something. I will send you guys more information about it after this because I'm not a subject matter expert, but I know a lot of people in like fitness and gym community tend to choose this over white or brown noise because it's supposed to do something with your brain
Interesting.
to keep it like more relaxed and like a more.
I love that.
I actually would love to.
I have a bunch of them from my trainer in my phone, and I will send them to you guys after this.
So for me, we just went through this because the brown noise thing is funny. I hate brown noise. I can't stand it. And then I educate everyone. I don't like it, but I can stand it.
Okay.
But I educate everyone when we have this conversation. Maybe this is going to be enlightening to you guys, but there's pink noise and purple noise and green noise and blue, and they're all different shades of the noise spectrum. In the end of the day, they're a frequency response that your brain likes and other brains don't, and it's fine. For me, all of that is awful. I don't know why. Whereas, like, we talk about listening to the sound of rain, and people are like, "No, I'd pee the bed."
Oh, I love to say
Fair.
that.
No, I could listen to rain.
I can listen
all
to
the
rain.
time.
I love it, but I get it.
I feel like I could listen to
I get it.
like Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right, just stuff that I know what's going on, and I'd be like, brrr.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put on like the sound of something being broken, I'm like, that sound is not normal. I'm telling you, it took me months to figure out that my wife turned on Alexa and said, "Alexa, play brown noise." I thought that her air conditioner was just broken.
Oh.
Like I was like, something's broken upstairs.
Amanda.
So that's why he doesn't like the brown noise.
Yeah,
That's
Amanda, we
it.
need
I
to fix
feel
this.
like there's something wrong.
Yes. Sneak attack with the brown noise.
So it's funny, as we're sitting here like talking about Goose, for example, Christian and I get into this conversation about music, and I'm not a music file at all. Like, it's not my thing. So if I'm listening to something that's kind of jammy, kind of like Goose, and I just want it to be like chill, whatever, I want it to be something that I know. And so I revert back to Dave Matthews. That's just like me.
Okay.
It's like, let's go back to the 90s, the 2000s, and let's listen to something Dave Matthews, because it's in the background. It's not the prominence of what I'm doing right now. I just want to relax.
I like.
I don't want to listen to some new jam band that I've never, because now I'm like, well, what's that person doing?
Okay, so
and what's that music?
right.
And what does that sound like? And why are we doing
right.
this? And what about that? And what if they did this? And what if I just listened to something that I already know? It's way more peaceful.
I would agree. I mean, I like listening to Kygo when I do work.
There you go.
Rocks, right? You know, who likes Kygo? Who doesn't like Kygo?
Right, that's a better question.
Right.
I feel like there's some
on.
like
Kygo.
standards. If I'm driving in the car, there's certain type of music that I want to listen to. If I'm working like hammer and nails, there's a certain type of music that I want to listen to. I have noticed this about myself.
I was thinking earlier when you were talking about how you need to have something on in the car lately. No music. I have just been silencing it out.
Wow.
I did that on my way here today.
I did that on my way here today too, because I had a anxiety episode before this, and I was like, I just need to decompress. I am going to no music. Like
It's
sometimes-
relaxing.
Yeah, like
You
sometimes.
need a Ziggy, just
I
like
know, I
for
think
your
I
dashboard,
have one. I
like
have
just
one.
for your dashboard, hang out.
to pet.
Yeah,
I
this
wish
is
I could just
ironically
bring
how I
my
got
cat
bit.
with me
Actually,
everywhere.
Don't
That's
get
how that
into
happened.
Squish.
Yeah, she got me yesterday.
Oh.
yeah. So for me, I find that understanding that about myself allows me to focus on what I want to do, especially New Year's goals and resolutions. I was at the gym today, and because I was there, and someone that I knew was like, "Oh, you were serious," and I was like, "Did you think that I was lying
Serious
to you?"
about what?
Going to the gym.
Oh, is that a new?
Yeah, I hate the gym.
It was one of his, it was his
Hey, that's
his-
resolution.
yeah,
hate
resolution.
it.
I just don't like it.
Okay. You need
Like
to find what you
if somebody
like
was
about
like,
it.
"Hey,
I
you
agree.
can stand in the woods outside of Ravens training camp and just do the drills," I would love my life. Following what a coach tells me to do, love. Going to the gym for my own, like, all right, I'm gonna do
Why
this.
don't you
Hate.
consider like Orange Theory or F45? Not that they're my favorite, but I feel like you
Or
know,
get a trainer.
or get a
Is
trainer.
that an option?
I've done both and all of the above. I don't particularly like Orange Theory. I've never done F45, but
People really like it.
I think he would enjoy it. We'll take him out.
Knowing myself, I know what works. So I know
Right.
like driving the car in silence does not work. I know setting a goal, having an accountability partner, doing certain things works for me. So I'm going to the gym whether I like it or not.
Who's your accountability partner?
Jonathan,
Yeah.
who's broken.
Yeah, I think the accountability partner's huge for
I go-
for
I think it is.
anything,
That's
right?
why I have a
Yeah.
coach.
Right.
So do you have a coach? I was going to segue into this. So do you have a coach for fitness, or do you have a coach for life, or do you have a coach for eating? Or
She is a health and wellness
Okay.
and nutritionist coach. She has helped me navigate Crohn's disease. We've
Wow,
lost over 60 pounds together. Yeah, so
Love
she's
that.
been my coach
That's
since
amazing.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah, she's Baltimore based. Well, Pikesville.
It's
but-
not Morgan, is it?
It is.
It is Morgan.
Oh!
I work with Morgan too.
Morgan.
Morgan's awesome.
Morgan from like John's Fit. Yeah, I work with Morgan.
Yeah, it's my best friend.
Okay, didn't know that. Shout out Morgan. We
I know.
love you. What up, girl?
Anytime I can plug her, I do. Because
that's so funny.
She's changed my life.
She's awesome.
Yes, in ways that I could.
So we'll talk offline about this because
Yeah.
we'll then girl fan over her. But I started with Morgan in August,
Oh, it's been the best
and I've
thing
lost
ever.
tons of weight. So
So is she
She's
a
an
nutritional?
She's an online fitness coach, so she does everything from she'll go over your blood work, your labs. Like her and I have done GI mapping, which is like your gastrointestinal. We've done that and gone over what I need to make my gut health good.
Yeah.
Because it was in a really bad place, like when I was in the height of my Crohn's flare up like 2 years ago.
so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's helps with diet, exercise, like all of it. But
Damn.
she's not in person, right? So she puts it out online for you.
Even though she's right here in Pikesville.
Yeah.
So she meets with you. No?
No, like
We work out together because she's my best friend.
she's our
There you go.
right for me, and it's actually so I don't use her for working out because I have my own schedule. You know me, I am training for those races, so I'm doing all sorts of things. I know,
Gotcha.
but I use her for nutrition because
Yeah.
I tend to eat anything in front of me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Literally. And so we've cut out a lot of different foods. We've also just the way that I approach
Eating. Yeah.
Literally like my way of
Yeah.
eating, I have to be in so strange, but the way that I am, I have to be like kind of in solitude and not a lot of, no, it's very strange, but like not a lot of
It's not
decisions. So if
strange.
I'm at like dinner with a bunch of friends or just around people, I'm going to eat like everything on everyone's plate.
Right.
But if hey guys, can I have some of that?
No, seriously.
I'm
if
the same way.
But if I'm by
No,
myself, like
sharing
last
is
night,
caring.
yeah, sharing's caring. But last night I like sat, ate by myself. I was in my new apartment and there was no stress. Like it just
Right.
was kind of
Okay,
like
yeah.
the way, I
Right.
don't know. She's been fantastic.
Well, like that's like the ultimate accountability partner, right?
Sure.
Because like we check in with her weekly and that keeps us on a schedule of
Yep.
making good decisions. And I think what a lot of people when they're resolutioning for the year think means that they have to like never eat the candy bar or never eat the extra serving of carbs. Like that's not what good, healthy, balanced eating is. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to the fact that whatever you put in your body directly impacts your brain chemistry and your serotonin because about 90% of it is produced in your gut.
Yeah.
So like what you eat every day
Right.
directly impacts your mental function, your physical like capabilities. And I think that a lot of us really need to just start with incorporating better food patterns.
It makes me remember or just remind myself, if you will, that it's not about saying, oh, I won't do this or I'm not going to do that. It's like a little kid saying, I don't like vegetables. It's
Right.
fine. You don't have to eat vegetables. That's not a
Right.
requirement.
Right.
But what
Right.
you cannot do is you can't just eat candy.
right.
Right? So you don't have to say, oh, I'm going to give up candy forever. And it's fine if you want to. But how? What does that look like? What does the accountability look like? What does your support system look like? If that's your goal, then let's set an expectation for you where like, hey, every month you can have one, or maybe you can't, I don't know. And then you have the choice, you have the option of how you manage that expectation. I think that there's something to be said for having someone who can lay the groundwork for you, but there's way more to be
you
said
have
for
to
someone that
make-
wants to want
Well, you
it.
have to want it because
Right.
Morgan can give you the plan, or any trainer can give you a plan. But if you follow it or not, that's on you, and
Yeah.
it's not anybody's responsibility but your own.
Yeah, like
to follow it.
it's January 7th. I've been to the gym 3 or 4 times this year.
That's great.
And I've done the exact same workout every single time. Why? Because I hate the gym. I don't want to think about it. I
Right.
haven't yet figured out what else I want to do.
Yeah.
And this is the workout that my trainer gave me. Like, is it the best one for me? No, but I'm doing
Maybe you should
it.
talk to Morgan.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm like, wait, now am I having sex? Like,
I'm going through the steps. Like, I'm going back to my trainer next week
I get
to then
it.
get more. But instead of like trying to figure it out and perfect the workout routine, and Monday is arms and Tuesday is legs and Wednesday is arms and Thursday is back, like, no. Just go, right? Just make a commitment,
the
build
hardest
some
part is just
accountability.
getting your ass there, man. Like
Right.
it doesn't matter if it's a workout, if it's the gym. Like just step in,
Right.
and just get it
Or
going.
if it's eat more healthy or eat more ice cream, man. Like whatever your goals are.
At the end of the day, like you are responsible for your health and no one else can take that from you.
Yeah.
You have
Great
to,
point.
like this is your most personal relationship is your relationship with yourself.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And I'm starting with you.
Mykala.
Oh God.
Yeah, right? She's not contributing anything.
Yes, I
She
YOLO.
just wanted to say.
Yeah, I'm just here for the vibes.
What is...
We love it.
So is Ziggy, right?
Ziggy.
What is something that you do or someplace that you go or something that you can experience that every single time it's just like, man, I'm so full of energy. I'm alive. I'm ready. I'm motivated.
You're not gonna like the answer.
I want to love
We
it.
want to know.
It's the gym.
I love
Great
it.
answer.
Yeah, that's like my hobby.
Yeah.
like that's the same with Steph.
Is it walking in the door?
No, it's actually lifting heavy.
It's
Is
when
it-
you get
It's
into that
after
warm-up.
it's after you get into the warm up, after you just lift like your heaviest set of the day, and you're like, all right,
What does
can
that
do
do for you?
anything.
I feel good. I feel strong. I feel like I have accomplished something.
Okay. Have you ever tied that together with like your daily habits, your actions, and your needs?
Not necessarily.
Like
She's
what
about
if,
to.
what
Yeah,
if
no, I'm
just
about to.
showing like you're going through a challenging situation professionally,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you have to focus on this one thing that you know you have to do. Nobody likes doing this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. What if you were like, okay, let's set an appointment with ourselves to go to the gym because it's our place, it's our happy place, it's the thing that makes us feel better,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then after we leave there, we're going to set an appointment with our unfun thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Like
what you're
habit
saying.
stacking.
Yeah, like let's just say
Yeah, that is
hypothetically,
habit stacking.
you're going to
Yeah.
book an appointment with your client in this particular case at 6:30 at night,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're going to go to the gym at I don't know how long you're at the gym, but like let's just say you're going to go to the gym at 4.
It could be 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, that's why I said 4.
30 minutes. It just depends on the day.
But like,
Right.
if you go to the gym at 4, you have the opportunity to
Yeah.
work out, shower, change, get back in front of the computer, get
Right.
back in front of your client, get where
Right.
you need to go. Wouldn't it make you feel like completely filled up?
Yeah.
So then the question is, what is your like thing, place, activity?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm literally not gonna say the same thing because it's different. I like going to the gym, but I'm more of a biking, like
Yeah.
swimming, biking, and running. If I'm in the zone
Cardio.
with cardio and like sounds like getting in that spin room for 45 minutes without any sort of device, can't see
Yeah.
a phone, can't, sometimes I bring my phone in, people get, whatever, but can't see a device.
tell.
Like, yeah, don't tell Kelly. And I'm just ripping my legs and someone's screaming at me, like, push harder. It connects with my body, but then my brain's like, wait, I'm going to equate that to my life today. I am a gymmer in the morning too. So it's
Yeah.
like, I hit it at 6, maybe I'll do a 7, and then I'm like, ready for the freaking day. So that's for me.
Yeah.
You may say the gym too, and I don't know.
I think I'm gonna try to go. So, I mean, the gym is definitely. So I have a very complicated relationship with the gym after I got diagnosed with Crohn's because a lot of physical limitations have now been put on my body. It's like my recovery time is twice as long,
Sure.
and I have arthritis, and everything that comes with aging and having a chronic autoimmune disease. So I've had to kind of change what I'm doing, and that's kind of how I got involved with the animal shelter.
Okay.
Because I needed to find something to do that was active, outdoors, a little bit. Well, maybe not now that I'm in an advanced handling. But
Are we talking barks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
wanna-
now that I'm an advanced handler, maybe it's not as relaxing. But when I first was there and I was working with the entry level, animals,
Sure.
it was pretty easy and smooth, and it was something that I could do to stay active,
Mm-hmm.
but not have to worry about the recovery because I can
love
only
that.
lift 3 days a week now. I
Sure.
used to be doing 5 to 6, and now my body realistically can only handle 3.
I literally, I love that one because I have a Barks puppy, but also you're not just being active, but you're giving back.
Well,
to
yeah,
the
and it's so
community
fulfilling, and it feels so rewarding for me, and that kind of gets me in such a good mental space, and I feel it helps my business just by me being a happier person, me caring about something. Other people think that caring about things is cool. Caring about anything
Absolutely.
is really cool.
caring about doggies and cats and helping them
Honestly,
too. I mean,
anything-
goodness, like
Caring about anything is cool. Like
Yeah.
having a passion about anything is energizing. It is like
yeah, I would agree.
so. I got into animal rescue earlier last year because I just needed something to do.
I love it.
But I do love the gym, and I love going with my partner. We met there.
Oh, nice. Okay,
So
Love that.
Yeah, we met there and we go together
love that.
all the time. So
Love.
So now you guys know you can also meet significant others at the gym.
yeah, you just have to be willing and social.
So
Right.
Mike, not for you,
Not for me.
but for me. Now I know.
Me as well.
I feel
Me
like
and
every
Michaela are hitting it.
every one of my friends is like, nah, I can't find a girl. Oh, I can't find a girl. Oh, I can't. I'm like, bro, look
They're
around the
everywhere.
gym. So then I ran into my
Literally.
friend today at the gym, and I was like, oh, there's that girl right there, and that girl right there, and that girl right there, and like, what are you doing?
But in Baltimore, just specifically, there are
Dating is so hard.
It's limited.
Well, dating's hard, but it sucks. But like, I feel like the community that the gym, like legitimately that the gyms bring together, and then they build this community. I mean, I've met like not significant other yet, but I've met a lot of people and friends at the gym. I built
Yeah,
this really
same.
strong community with these because it feels.
Baltimore's a very
survived.
healthy city.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like run clubs, there's a lot of walking clubs, there's a lot of like
A lot
different
of active clubs.
a lot of active
Active club.
Well,
I
mean,
think
even-
I think the training classes breed more to like meeting people, whether it's
Yep.
cycling or yoga or whatever. I think the training classes create that opportunity more. And I think from a guy's standpoint, many of my guy friends are like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why are you too good? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Well,
I don't
think
identify
workout
with
classes
that.
don't always like look masculine to some men because
Sure.
a lot of the instructors are women and some of the exercises are lower weights and I may be less manly, but to me I'm like everybody's body like is so different. I can't do Orange Theory or
Right.
F45 high impact. I can't do it. For
Right.
me, the gym is great. So it just
Yeah.
depends. Like everybody's body is different and not doing it because you think it's whatever is kind of a lame.
And I think I honestly, us four are going to the F45. We're going to hit up the Belvedere Square location because I really want to try it. I want to see Mike get his ass kicked.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna get my
Let's
ass
do
kicked.
it. No, we'll all get our ass kicked.
I'll
Let's
get
do
my
it.
ass kicked.
You ready, Mikey?
I feel like
Once my
Sam
back
goes
recovers.
to every training class. Like,
Well,
if
hey,
you
it's a
watch your
community,
Instagram,
yeah.
it's like, no, this girl,
It doesn't
she's
matter.
at this training and that training and the next training and the next. And I'm like, does she just belong to every single
It's
gym
my-
on the face of the
it's
planet?
my
It's
community.
ClassPass.
Yeah, I don't use ClassPass, but that's also because it's just a community thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds so strange, but it really is
It's like one workout class here, one workout class there.
Yeah.
That's like with Sedona House. Like
Right.
my
I'm
friends
gonna
and
go
I
there.
will decide together, like, hey, let's take this class. So
Where is that 45 in Belvedere
So
Square?
it's I'm almost actually
Well, it came up, but like, I don't know where it is physically.
pretty sure it's next to what's it called? Like the actual Belvedere Square. Well,
yeah.
Nuh-uh, really?
Yeah, it's like right next. It's like right there.
Interesting.
Lear Levine Eye Care. I'm pretty sure it's like tucked away there.
Right here?
Yeah. Either way, I'll find out and
bet
I'll
it
report
is.
back for you guys. But I have a lot of friends that go there. So yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
get back to it.
next question. What do you guys do to balance work and life, keeping yourself fulfilled?
Ooh, I can't answer
Sam
that.
is
don't ask me.
no,
yeah, don't
Sam
ask
is first, and Steph is last.
I'm last.
All right, so you're last because you definitely have a better way of balancing.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
For sure.
No, it's true. It's
that
true.
was like,
That's
no,
the point.
I go with my partner. My partner and I, we go for a walk, right? Like, you clearly have defined
So here's
balance
my
for
answer.
yourselves. We
Newly
have not.
single, I have no balance. I'm really seriously working on it.
Yeah, but even when you're like in a relationship,
I don't have balance.
you don't
there.
have balance.
Yeah, me neither.
I was trying to make like the comparison to the partner and like trying to stick. No, I don't have balance, and one of my resolutions that I did not share last week is to find balance, but also to find some boundaries. Because
Boundaries,
that to me
yes.
like kind of plays into it. So to answer your question, not a lot of balance, and I'm going to be self-aware of that. It's what I have to work on, but that's
Maybe it's less about balance and more about boundaries.
yes. See, look at that. So that's my
Spinning
answer.
it all around, Mykala.
Thank you for that.
I second that. Like
I don't
have
love
any...
you, but you don't have a lot of balance. You like
No, I do not.
You do not. We're too good of friends. I love her so much. I always say she needs to make sure that she focuses on time for herself.
Yeah.
It's funny, especially in this business of real estate. Go. I feel like so many other businesses are similar now, where maybe in a past life it was like sit at an office and do a job. There's so many industries that are go. In the last, I would say 5 years, because I've been in this business for almost 13 years, I went from answering every phone call to now going, if they want the first person that answers, I don't want them as a client. It's not like I'm so good. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is like just defining my personal value. It's more valuable to me to be committed to, whatever I might be doing. Like I've been turning my phone on Do Not Disturb a lot more in the last 2 years. Whereas previous, I would never do that.
I do it every day.
So it's just a matter of
until 9:30 a.m.
That's like a personal
really
boundary,
good.
right? Like you turn your phone off. That's like I don't want the inbound coming to me until that time. Or you said that you turn your phone off at 8 o'clock at night, right? Like I don't want the inbound that comes to me at 8 o'clock at night. If I'm with my family on a Saturday evening and someone calls for business, I usually go, they could go to voicemail. I could check in with them. But like, I don't need the first call that comes in. That's a personal boundary that I created. Whereas, let's just say 5 or 10 years ago, it was like, man, phone's ringing, I'm answering like every time. And we've even set up systems within our business to allow ourselves to understand like this person is in our business and needs my time versus this is probably a spam call just because now we have 2 phone numbers. And so I know if someone's calling my personal cell phone, they're probably a spam call. It just doesn't happen anymore.
But now I'm curious, not to segue into you, but how are you, because me and Mykala don't really have the ability to set, balance. So tell me more about the balance.
Take it back.
I think it's boundaries.
You take it back.
Boundaries are
You
boundaries.
said you don't have the ability.
That's not true. I do have the ability.
You do have the ability.
Yes.
But you have to commit to yourself the same way you commit to the gym. You have to commit to like honoring yourself, right? Here's my thing. I have revoked so many people's access to me, right? And that is
damn.
Oh yeah, like
that just got real deep, real fast.
No, like seriously, like
it's interesting.
when someone asks me to hang out during the week, the answer is no. I'm working.
Damn.
I'm working during the week.
That.
Unless it is, and I say this to my friends, like, hey, listen, I am like committed to work right now, and if you are not at the end, this is a quote of mine that I say all the time. If you're not at the animal shelter with me, if we're not doing something work related, even if that's a happy hour, I don't even drink, but like if I'm hosting a happy hour or I'm creating a event and I want someone to come to it, if you're not contributing to something that's like propelling my success, I don't really have time right now.
Good for you.
I don't.
But
it's like I don't, and I love my friends, and I text them back, and I talk to them, and I call people, and I make efforts. But like right now, one of my best friends, just moved in around the corner from me, like over a week ago. I haven't seen her. She asked me to hang out tonight. I'm like, sorry, no. Like if it's not about work during the week, like I'm not doing it because I need to keep myself focused.
I love it. Because
then on the weekends, right, I like to decompress, but I work on Saturdays. I host open houses with realtors on Saturdays and Sundays, usually at least. And if I'm not at an open house, I'm at the shelter. So it's like I'm busy all the time. So when I have that time to just chill, the answer is no, and it sucks. I miss my friends. I really do. But right now, I'm like in
But also, like, flow back to real estate, lenders and title and home inspectors and whatever, they'll call and they'll say, oh, can we go grab lunch or grab coffee or whatever? And I go, yeah, we totally can. But I'm like a early morning person or like a late evening person. And then they always say like, oh, how about we get breakfast at 9 o'clock? I'm like, no.
That's
I said
the middle of my day.
Early morning.
We're talking
right?
7 a.m.
We're talking 7 a.m. Like if we're going to get together, we're not going to get together during time that I'm prospecting.
Exactly.
I already have services and partners that I'm already in business with. It would be like somebody that owns a flower shop, the salesperson for the flower shop walking in at 12 o'clock. Well, the flower shop is open for business and I'm in the office doing administrative work, not like ready to talk to you at a moment's notice. So I just think that there are so many people that allow themselves to just be available whether it's during the workday or in the evening or whatever.
Right.
And it's interesting because you've closed yourself down to that.
Well, I've closed myself down to non-work related things because I know what my capacity is and I don't want to burn out.
Also,
Yeah, that's what I'm terrified about.
Like, I don't want to burn out.
what is the reason that we're on this earth?
work?
That's a
and
deep
then
question.
You work
Holy
and then you
deep
die. No,
closer.
Well, like, to me, I have a very clear, straight statement. Like,
Okay.
we're on this earth to build a better life for ourselves and for our family. That's
Right.
the way I think about it,
I like.
right? And I think about family like everyone that's in my network, not
Absolutely.
blood relative.
Right.
That doesn't
No, I'm
matter
with
to me,
you.
right? So, you have grown your family in a specific direction, and you're at peace with that. Now, continuing to move in this direction will help propel you coming back to where you were 2 and 5 and 12 years ago. I mean, me and my guy friends go on a guy's trip every
Yeah.
year to like bring ourselves back, but we
Right.
don't do that every Saturday anymore.
Right.
We used to.
I mean,
but,
I
like,
used to.
We don't do that every week. Like, we're married and we have families and we have lives, and like we still want to find a way to bring that to center, but we don't need to do it on a Thursday because Colada has dollar beers.
Right.
Which, by the way, I love. So anybody that wants to go, like, I'm down. But
Yeah.
I'm down.
once, not every
Yo,
every
I'm
week.
down.
Well, I think, we are all here and need to prioritize ourselves. I think we live in a culture now with like phones and social media where everybody feels like they are demanded access to people. Oh, they read my text and didn't respond.
Oh,
But,
I have
like,
had
I
red
do
receipts
it.
on my entire
Me
life.
too, and I'll
Never
never
turned them
man.
off.
I know.
Because
You
I'll
never.
open your message and I'll leave it until I'm ready to respond to it. And like, you know what? You got to respect that because unless you're like paying me,
Yikes.
you're gonna get.
Right,
I'm
you
gonna
have
get
other
back to
things,
you
right.
when I have the mental capacity to.
Yeah.
And it's the only way that I'm able to function and be successful in my work life is because I've like set those boundaries with everybody. And I miss my friends. It's hard because I want to make new friends, but I don't have capacity to do it.
So, like, right now, I have the messages app on my phone.
yeah.
All right, or on my computer. So it's on, right? And if
Look
someone...
at all of us. We're all looking at our stuff,
Yeah.
checking in, making sure. I got a phone call during this. I don't know who
Well,
it was. Like,
Yeah,
what
look at
I'm
this.
saying is like, hey, if this person texts me right now, it's going to say that I read their message. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't. It just happened to be open.
Right.
Like, why are you taking offense to the fact that just send me another message?
Yeah.
Like, why
Right.
have we gone to this world where we like, oh, but you read it. Who cares? Take a deep breath. Calm down.
remember when we used to have to mail each other letters if we wanted to communicate?
Yikes. We used
Well,
to
maybe
pass
not.
letters in school.
We did, and I don't think
I have a
I
box
still
of letters.
do. What?
I don't know.
Snail mail.
I think we all need to just be better at like setting that personal boundary. Like, you are not entitled to my time unless you are giving me money to do so under a specific contract.
Yikes.
I hate to say that, but it's
Michaela's
true.
like, you're not entitled to my time unless
I'm like,
you're going to pay for me. And they're like, girl, I just want to take you out on a date. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Well,
Free
it doesn't
food.
come with
Anyway.
the
It's free
lead.
food.
Free
Like,
come with
food.
the
Oh
lead.
my God.
Oh, you're funny.
Only take the date if it comes with a lead.
That's
Funny enough,
business for you.
I have clients that are like friends of people that I went on 1 or 2 dates with. We connected, but we didn't connect
Right.
personally.
Right.
So then we became friends. And in this particular
I have so
case,
many of those.
she
Yep.
has moved away and I'm still close with her friends. Like, you create opportunity just by being
Yeah.
welcoming to the opportunity in and of
Yeah.
itself.
I'm
So-
joking. That's not the only time that Mykala says yes to go out to lunch.
Well,
just
now you
joking.
know. In case
I
your
was
future
joking.
date only pays attention to our podcast.
I'm just kidding.
Well, anyway, we have a lot of events coming up to, surround ourselves with Baltimore, of course. We know about our real estate events. The trolley tour is coming up. If you guys want $5,000 towards your down payment and closing costs, anyone that buys in Baltimore is eligible. So that's a really exciting thing. There's no
We'll be there too.
income limits. Oh, yeah, you will.
Yeah, we'll be
No.
there. First one.
That's on the 1st of February. And
Yes.
then later in the month, we do our first home buyer brunch of the year. If you know anybody looking to buy or sell, now is a great time. Come out and, take a couple minutes just to enjoy and learn a little bit about the process. Of course, there's tons of things. You mentioned Sound Bath, and that's one of our featured events.
Heck yeah.
Sunday Sound Bath is coming up at the Yoga
Love
Barn
that.
in Maryland, which is out by you, right? The Yoga Barn is out Western Howard County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And so it's, I think it's 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Yoga Barn. If you guys do want to try
When is
something
it?
new,
Yeah.
Sunday.
But this coming Sunday?
Yeah.
So the 12th.
The
Sunday,
12th.
June. Oh my God, guys.
June
I said it
12th,
was
yes.
June. It's June 12th.
It is June 12th, and there's snow on the
I
ground. The world has
wish.
ended.
I wish.
But yeah, what else is going on? Do you guys know about anything that's happening in the city?
Yeah, every month, one of my friends hosts a walking club, Girls Who Walk Baltimore.
Fun.
Love
Yeah,
that.
so Girls Who Walk Baltimore on Instagram. They host monthly walks. I was looking up events, and their last walk was on the 5th, so the next one will have to be in February, but looked them up on Instagram, my friend Emily.
Love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they do it all over the city, so sometimes it's Patterson, sometimes it's Fed, sometimes it's Woodbury.
Is it all like can a guy come or is it literally just
it's
girls?
women
Okay,
and
women.
children,
Okay, I was just
dogs.
curious. Okay, ooh, love dogs.
But there's normally a turnout
We're
of
inclusive.
200 to 400 women.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's huge. They've
That's
done a really
fantastic.
great job
That's
at
awesome.
building a community in Baltimore.
Well, if you guys
Yeah.
don't know, we have tons of resources for you. If you go onto our website at frankoliverco.com under additional resources, you can read more about this and more content on our blog. There's so many great local businesses. If you ever need anything, you can reach out to me on Instagram at MichaelFrank ___. Mykala, how can people get to you?
You can follow me on Instagram at realtor.mykala.
Realtor.Mykala.
Yeah, Mykala.
Love
There
it.
is.
Love it.
There it is.
Sammy
Burr, baby. No, I'm just kidding. You can joking. No, you can reach out to me on Instagram, Sammy Burr. I do a lot with local businesses, so
Yeah.
always happy to chat.
And how can people reach you if they want anything, including title work for their real
I
estate
guess,
needs?
yeah, I was thinking about that. Steph, period, your period, title rep, period.
Love it.
Yeah, but
Love
we're
it.
going to have it on the screen, so
Yeah, we're
nobody
gonna-
has to remember that.
Keep it
Love
easy, baby.
Catch
Yeah.
up with you guys soon.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.